gonna hate me regardless. Like it doesn't matter what I do. Even after the Teal fight, I feel like the hate got even louder. Like everybody now, yes,
What?
in America, see you probably in London, so you don't get to see. But in America, it's like they all hate me. Like everybody, like
Why though? What is it? Are they coming for your style, or are they coming for your character? What is it?
no, they just don't like me.
What you're hearing is an interview that Shakur Stevenson has released with the Daily Mail, a UK interviewer, and this is how he has decided to respond to everything regarding he and Devin Haney, the negotiations, the back and forth. Man, this young guy, he continues to dig a hole for himself. But let's talk about it, because there is so much that was said in this interview that you can't let him off the hook with this. So here we have more from Shitty Cuz. You know, the more some people talk, the more they reveal who they are. And in this interview conducted with the Daily Mail, Shakur Stevenson has really shown himself to be not only unsteady, but he's not truthful and sincere, and maybe mixed in all of this is delusion. Because all people want to see from him in the sport of boxing is for he to live up to what he has told everyone. And that is that he feels that he's the best fighter in boxing. Not the best boxer, not the best fighter in as far as being a slugger and getting in the trenches and all of that, like the young folk like to say today, but the best above all. So why, when it comes to the negotiations to have a fight with Devin Haney, all of this seems to be so distant, so far away? And remember, he's the one that has put stipulations on everything, and he's not even, dare I say it, an A side to being able to negotiate. He wasn't that when Devin had defeated Vasyl Lomachenko, and he isn't that presently. But to have him say it, he is going to call all the shots. And there's so much to pull out of this interview that this is going to be an extended video, because we got to go through it all, people. And it's not going to be pleasant. I will be stopping this at various points so that we could just see exactly what's happening here. And remember, when he was just asked just then about where he is, it was about where the Teofimo fight has brought him and the acknowledgement of his position. He's even gone through the lengths of saying, in retaliation, leave me alone. Devin Haney, leave you alone? Really. So, let's backtrack and hear a little more from what he initially said. And like I said, I'll be stopping this and making comments in between.
Nah, I think that at the end of the day, I'm young, black, and I win. And being that that's the case, I feel as though they're gonna hate me regardless. Like, it doesn't matter what I do. Even after the Teal fight, I feel like the hate got even louder. Like, everybody now, yes,
What?
in America, see, you probably in London, so you don't get to see. But in America, it's like they all hate me. Like, everybody, like,
Why though? What is it? Are they coming for your style or are they coming for your character? What is it?
no, they just don't like me. I win. I win. Being a winner is like, it's hard to be a winner in America with people that they don't like to see you win. They don't like to see winners. They hate winners. Like, if you watch LeBron James' career over the years, like, y'all probably love LeBron James in London, but a lot of people hated LeBron James through the years, but he was one of the best players to ever do it. He one of the greatest of the people that I done ever seen play basketball. So
Now, understand, he's trying to attribute his plight with that of another high-profile sports figure in LeBron James. LeBron has been loved for the majority of his career. However, it has been in his last few seasons, extended seasons, that his ego and he speaking about his own prowess and greatness, instead of allowing contemporaries to speak of and for him, people don't like that. They don't like that ego in the midst of everything. They don't mind the ego when you're performing, because it's those qualities that elevate your game, regardless of which sport that you're participating in. For Shakur to say that everyone hates him, they hate people who win, that is not true. Americans love winning. They love a winner. But they don't like the person that is non-relatable. And Shakur has done more talking instead of doing the actual actions that can elevate his status amongst the people. Now, we're not talking that he has to go out and kiss babies and things of that nature. But remember, he has so many times spoken about how much better he is than everyone else. But if you notice, one of the things he speaks on quite a bit is whom he's sparred in the sport. But this is prize fighting. Why aren't you speaking of who you fought? You see, that comment came after talking about Teofimo Lopez, a man who himself has ducked a lot of the smoke of his contemporaries that could really clarify his position in the sport and where he really ranks. And as long as Shakur is content upon defeating those who are lesser or considered lesser, then he doesn't hesitate to remind us how much better than that he is. But where has he challenged himself? Where has he set the gauntlet down to say, I'm going to show the world what I can do? That hasn't existed. And it's still a problem for him. So as we listen to what he says and how he complains, he sounds like a girl who seemed to have had it all, but she's mad that one guy didn't ask her out for a date.
I think everybody hates a winner, especially when you're black.
Has it been a process to kind of accept that? Like, early on, did you want everyone to love you? And then was it hard to deal with the hate? And are you at a point now where you just don't care?
Yeah, it definitely was like, it was a different, I went through so much things in my career to where it's like on and it's off, then it's on and it's off. And I feel like when I fought Edwin De Los Santos, I feel like the whole world kind of like turned against me. And I'm like, damn, like, this is kind of weird. But I think now, like, I'm at a point where it's like, it's whatever. It comes with winning. Like, y'all just got to sit back and hate me even more because I'm going to keep winning. I'm going to beat the guys that y'all think that I'm not going to beat. I'm going to show why I'm the best, and I'm going to stay focused and stay dedicated to my craft. So, for me now, I really don't give a like, I don't care.
You know, first of all, let me say this. When a young man is sitting down and dropping so many expletives, profane words, instead of being able to conduct himself appropriately, where anyone sitting in an audience will not only not be turned off, but be willing to tune in and hear him speak about expressing. But the foul language is something that nearly 30 years of age, no one has ever told him that this is not the way to do it. That guy, Jay Prince, who seems to be the one who has taken ownership of his career, obviously hasn't conducted him in that way. I haven't heard Jay Prince, when he's conducted interviews and sat down with other people in the sport, speak like that. So it's something that is definitely to be dismissed. And because no one's telling him, just like no one's telling him about his career, he's missing the boat. Now, talking about people hating him because he's black. Oh, you're black now. But you were telling us that you had Puerto Rican lineage. You see what I'm saying? You are a person, and shout out to the brother, coach of the truth tellers, Coach Hudson, who says you can't be double-minded and double-tongued at the same time. You see, it was just 2 years ago, where with Top Rank, you were trying to get them to promote you as being a Puerto Rican fighter. But now you're black. Which one is it? You see, and that's on the outside of what this video is about. But he went there, didn't he? He's the one that stated what he said. And there's more coming of this. He says that the hate seemed to start when he fought Edwin De Los Santos. It was because it was a lackluster effort against someone whom told us he was such a great fighter, better than everyone, that it looked like two cats circling one another and scared to engage. You guys have seen those videos online of cats fighting and stuff like that, and they'll growl at each other and they'll look at each other and hunch their backs and kind of move their heads sideways. That's the way he fought Edwin De Los Santos. Now, he tried to tell us that he had a hand injury. But you fight like that all the time. And see, when people are watching you, they can see that. It was Top Rank who had showed people leaving the stadium while you were fighting. There were images of people in the audience falling asleep, including some of your close buddies, Terrence Crawford, Andre Ward, falling asleep on your fight. You're not exciting. And you're not intelligent when it comes to dealing with people. You're showing what's faltering. And the whole thing regarding Devin Haney is really concerning. In these times where people are so mixed up, and we've seen Devin try to put the gauntlet down to face all types of opposition, and guys are moving away from him, including some of your teammates, Stevenson. You haven't opted to do those things. But let's listen more, because this is right out of the donkey's mouth. Huh?
Yeah.
Did it get you down though at that period?
Yeah, I had a certain time of depression. Like, I didn't know it during the time, but when I look back on it, I'm like, damn, I was depressed. Like when you just sit up in your room all fucking day and you don't want to leave out your room, you don't get a haircut, you don't get to do nothing for yourself. You just shower and stay in bed.
Yeah.
I think I went through a time of like real depression, and I didn't know it at the time. I'm telling you, I did not know during the time that that's what I was going through. But I think it kind of got to me, being that the fans turned their back on me, and I went in the ring with one hand. Like I went in the ring literally with one hand to a fight, and still got the job done. Like I still figured out a way to come out victorious that night. But everybody just turned against me, and I think they always waiting on any moment for me. Like I was kind of so perfect throughout my career to where that night, that moment just was like, oh yes, we finally get to see it.
Who helped you get out of that point in your life?
Me. Once you go through like certain things, and it's like you just wake up one day and be like, man, fuck that. What the hell am I sitting here mad about a bunch of people that don't know me? Like at the end of the day, my family, my friends is the people that matters, and why the do I care about a bunch of people that don't know shit about me? Whether if I went to the hospital that night and didn't come back out, they wouldn't give a me, oh, rest in peace, keep it moving. Like, but the family and friends are the people that's gonna be crying and actually care about you. So I learned to care about their opinions more than the outside noise.
You see, this sounds exactly like a guy who makes excuses for himself. You said you went into the fight with De Los Santos one-handed, but you went into the fight. You got the victory. But we don't need to hear about your travails. We don't need to hear that you were depressed because everybody ain't loving on you. Everybody's not going to love on you, huh? And guess what? That's the reality of life. But you're the one that's telling us how great you are. But if you're turning in subpar performances, lackluster efforts, and nothing along the lines of someone who is supposed to be the most supreme fighter in the sport today, you got to take the water that comes with that. And people are going to spew you out. They're going to say, man, that's bull crap. We don't want to hear that from you. Show us. And you're still not. Making excuses. This is not what people want to see or hear, Stevenson. People want to see effort. Do you know the great Sugar Ray Leonard had so much going on in his life, but it wasn't until his career was over with that he came forth and revealed a lot of what he was dealing with. Dependency issues and depressions and things of that nature, all kinds of stuff that sounds a lot worse than what you're talking about in this instance. And of course, we didn't have social media back then, but there were boxing writers and people who covered the sport that knew and had access to certain information, and it wasn't disclosed because people held the sanctity of discretion. Back then, discretion was something that was respected amongst people. And see, when you speak so foul-mouthed and you try to be braggers and tell the world how lofty you are, that's the turnoff right there. And guess what? The people don't really care what's going on in your life. They only want to see you when they turn the TV on and the bell rings. It is supposed to be your loved ones and your friends who take care of you. But if ain't nobody telling you to man up and get your ish together, then you're going to sound like a little girl crying all the time. And that we don't have to listen to. That we don't have to endorse. That we don't have to support. And you young men today getting in your feelings. Get into your mind and allow your heart and mind to come together and create a furnace where the ebbs and embers of fortitude can burn. That's what forges a real fighter.
Talking of people who care about you, and we said a moment ago about that mentorship sort of thing, Terence Crawford has been like a brother to you as well. How did that relationship start?
It started from a ringside tournament, I want to say in when did I go there? 2013, 2014 probably. 2014 I want to say. I seen him and I knew who he was. And when I seen him, I'm like, yo, Terence Crawford, I'll whoop your ass. But mind you, I'm a kid at the tournament, like I'm fighting. He like, what, dude? We go back and forth. And then it was like a cool interaction. And then I told him, like, yo, come watch me fight. Like, I'm the best fighter in the tournament. I'm better than everybody here. And he came and watched me fight. Oh, my God, I showed out that day. I turned up. And after that, I went back to the Colorado Springs. That's where he do all his training camps. But I was already on the USA team. And from there on, I kind of like, he invited me to his camp house. And I got to be around him. And he showed nothing but genuine love through the years. And honestly, he's probably one of the realest persons I ever met in my life.
Yeah, you could see it on Fight Night as well, watching him and also Clarissa Shields as well. They were both on their feet, like shouting different things to you at different points in the fight. You could see that they really cared, sort of thing. What would you say the biggest thing that you've learned from him, having him around in camps and stuff, would be?
Believe in yourself 100%. There's so many people that went against him throughout his career. And I feel like with me, I'm going through some of that same similar process of people don't believe and don't understand how great you really are. But Terence Crawford, he believed in himself and he put the work in. And for me now, I want to reciprocate the same thing he did. Go put the work in and grind super hard and make sure that I come out on top against any of these fighters.
Yeah.
You see, being around Terence Crawford, he got a chance to see the work that Crawford put in, and it is no secret now that Crawford was always working toward bettering himself, trying to fight the best in the sport and everything. But Crawford was frozen out. Stevenson has had opportunities. Doors have opened, and he has gone the other way. He has put conditions and restrictions on things happening because he is not that confident. He doesn't believe what he tells you about himself. And though he's had the opportunity to be around the likes like Crawford and Ward and even get game from them and Shields as well, these people can be your cheerleaders. They could be your biggest supporters, but you're the one that got to put in the work for yourself. And though they are not going to speak ill of you publicly, they already know who you are because of how you've moved. You've had about 4 different opportunities to step up and separate yourself and to elevate beyond the status of where you find yourself presently. And if anyone feels that the fight with Teofimo Lopez catapults you to top pound for pound, then, to quote the dearly departed brother Roger Mayweather, you don't know shit about boxing. Yeah. Because when the opportunity knocks, you're supposed to answer the door, answer the call, man. Step through that doorway, across that threshold, and seize opportunity by the throat. Joe Cordina, Oshaki Foster, Devin Haney, Tank Davis, and now Devin Haney again, Gary Anton Russell, What gives? Keyshawn Davis. These are opportunities, but you would rather align yourself with people and be friends with them because you sparred them and everything than to take the trip to see if you could overcome and be the best that you could be. And that's where you fall off, man. Nobody cares. They just want to see the best fight the best.
You said before the fight between Terence and Canelo that you wanted him to retire. He has retired. Do you think he stays retired, or do you think Terence Crawford comes back?
He stays. I think he's too mentally strong, just like me. You know what's crazy? The day before the Canelo fight, I had went to his room. He was just in there by himself. He's sitting at the table eating his and he told me, like, man, I think after this fight I'm done. I said, I think you should be. He said, talking about, like, just taking hits to the brain. Like, that's not normal for, like, and to do that for years and years and then at the highest level is, like, fans don't really appreciate. And I think that's another thing, too, where I feel like with Bud, I feel like he did all of these amazing things throughout his career. Probably got one of the best legacies that I have ever seen. And fans still to this day don't appreciate him. Fans still to this day sit there and talk bad about Terence Crawford. And I don't think there's nothing you could really say bad about that man because...
You know, as he's talking about Crawford and Crawford's travails, that has absolutely nothing to do with you. And try to tie yourself or link yourself to something like that is not the best thing, because Crawford's experiences have been his own, and even Crawford has done his poor share of being a person available for interviews and to be able to get closer to the boxing supporters, because he would nitpick who he would allow to have access and who he would not. And you have to, in those instances, deal with the good and the bad that comes along with that as well. You see, the thing is, if you're low-key, stay low-key. But if you're out there in the limelight, you have to be ready. Because when the lights are on you, everything's under a microscope. So if you forgot to put some grease on your skin and you look a little ashy, people gonna point it out. Huh? If you fly as unzipped, people gonna talk about you not zipping you fly. Huh? Just like when you walk a certain kind of way through this sport, people are going to critique it. Your best bet is be the best that you can be, and let your actions dictate. But if you're not allowing that to take place, then guess what's going to happen? You're going to be disappointed.
I'm cool.
Ow.
Like, I'm cool. Fuck it. Like, I'll be in or around the sport because I love boxing with all my heart, but nah, I'm good off it.
Yeah. Well, the competition side will probably keep up between you and Terence, because after your fight with Tio, didn't you go to play ping pong straight away, table tennis against each other?
He whooped me. He been whooping me in ping pong for years. I ain't gonna lie to you, but it's weird though because, well, it's not weird, but he's the reason why I beat a lot of other people. Like when I play him, it's like, oh shit, I'm going super hard and I'm losing. But then when I go play other people, I'm whooping their ass. Like, this is easy. I'm like, damn, okay. I understand it, but only reason why he beat me, that dude mental is like no other. Like, I ain't never seen nobody with a mental like Terence Crawford. So.
Do you compete in any other sports where you beat him?
Yeah. What? I'm not gonna lie, it's hard to beat him at anything. But more so like a video game. Like we pull up a video game, I'm whoop his ass. But Like basketball, he be cheating though too. Like I want to say the last time we played, right? I want to say I went up maybe like 8-zip or like 9-zip. I felt like he couldn't guard me. He's bigger than me, so what he does, he's gonna try to like bully me and like go to the paint, use his size on me, and I feel like it ain't cheating, but it's like, okay, bro, you just took a cheap way out.
Yeah. It's so, we always see these videos on social media, whether it's like you and Terrence or Andre Ward. When you three are like together, it just automatically starts turning into some sort
competition.
Of like, yeah, yes, it's crazy.
Always. But I mean, my everyday life is like that, so it ain't nothing new. Like I do this with my brothers, and we sit there and argue and fight and all types of shit on a daily basis over competition. So I think competition is really my biggest like thing within myself. Like I can't.
Yeah, you see, even in talking about this, he's gotten to a point where he's not thinking about life and how he applies himself. He's thinking about how things affect him. You see, I don't know if you could understand that dynamic, but I'm pointing it out. You can't worry about how things affect you. You can worry about how you can impact things. But again, that's the type of coaching that is supposed to be there that very well may not be there. And that's okay, because life is the best teacher. Life, experience.
Fight though, if he was up for it.
Yeah, I would love to kind of big fight. I think it's a great fight to have, but we'll see.
Yeah. One of the other fights that is constantly spoken about is Devin Haney. And I saw your Instagram post today where you were on the scales and it was 144. Is that saying something about whether that Devin Haney fight would happen at 144?
Listen here, I challenge myself. Like I'm with the challenges, but when I posted that, I'm just showing like how much I weigh. Like think about it, right? Everybody's like, oh, he's ducking Devin, he's scared of Devin, and all of this bullshit that comes with it. But truthfully, like when me and Devin fight, Devin is going to be 20 pounds bigger, which is why like he's so eager to jump in the ring with me. And like for me, it's like I'm with the fight, but that's why I said the 144 thing to where like, okay, you come down in weight somehow, that way we meet in the middle, and I'm down with it. Like I think Devin is a tremendous fighter. I think that they pussy. Like I think when it come down to it, like if you're begging to fight somebody that's way smaller, just like they did with Tank for years, I feel like it's pussy. Like you ain't just eager to jump up and fight Boots. Like that ain't really what you're thinking about. You're want to have a advantage over somebody. So I feel like, honestly though, I done seen it. Like I done seen the greats do it, and that's,
you know, for him to say that Devin is 20 pounds bigger than him. Did you see him in the ring with O'Shaquie Foster after O'Shaquie's victory over Ray Ford? Shakur was not 144 pounds. And when he showed that scale image last week of 144 pounds, he didn't show himself on the scale. He just showed the scale reading. That young man is not 144 pounds. He and Devin are pretty much very close in size. It's just that Devin has grown more because he has put in the type of effort into his life and his career. Shakur is not putting in the same type of effort. If you were to say, okay, let them make the fight, he's going to need time and preparation to get in shape for the fight. Whereas Devin, all he have to do is drop the weight, because Devin is always working at his craft. And if you notice, Devin is not the one that's going around talking. This young man is always got a mic, always got a camera, always got something to say. And what he usually has to say is contradicting something that he's already said. And he has really no level plane to stand upon. This is such foolishness. And I don't like to see the young fighters of today like this, because there is so much that they can accomplish with one another. So much. But they're robbing themselves with the foolishness.
Where like it becomes a challenge for me too, because like I'm willing to challenge myself. Like Floyd beat a big Canelo, Usyk beat a big Tyson Fury. And it's other stories in the sport of boxing to where the smaller guy beats the bigger guy. But for me, I'm all for it. Like I think.
Yeah, you're all for it, but you've yet to sign the contract. You sent Devin Haney bottles, telling him sign the contract. You told Devin Haney that he was number one for now. You just lied now and said that he's 20 pounds bigger than you. When will this stop? You talked about fighting Conor Benn, who's been as high as 160 pounds. And then turned around and said, well, Conor Benn is not that good. But you want to fight him, though. If he's not that good, you have professed that Ben is not that good. So why the interest in fighting him? You mean to leapfrog over all these other good fighters, Anton Russell, Keyshawn Davis, O'Shaquie Foster, and you're laying eyes upon Conor Benn, who still has yet to fight at 147 in about 4 years now? But you claim you're at 140. Man, this is just sad business. There's even more to this interview, but I'm going to stop here, you guys, because I just am sick and tired of this. But I wanted to come on and give an editorial on some of it because it's just freaking ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. Shakur Stevenson is talented, yes. Devin Haney is one of the top fighters in the sport by way of accomplishment and by what his ambition is, and that is to deliver quality fights, the best of the best fighting one another. And instead of telling everyone how great he is, he's willing to make the sacrifices in order for bouts to take place so he can prove that to you. Where else in the sport are we seeing anyone conduct themselves in this manner? I challenge you to show me. And with that being said, as we go forward, we have to acknowledge that Shakur Stevenson, until he decides to get in the ring with someone who matters, he's just not it. He's not him. He's not that guy. And he maybe never will be. This is Stormy B-Man. Shout out to the mighty LDBC and Liberated Perspective, a third eye view of the world. For more content such as this, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Let me know your thoughts about this interview that Shakur conducted. The link will be in the description box. Leave comments and let's discuss further. Peace to everyone out there, and everyone please remain safe.